At Century Mutual, we're always focused on dedicated, personalized service for you, serving customers in 27 Northwest Iowa counties for over 130 years. As a proud Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, we'll be there when you need us most, helping protect all that's important to you, including your future. With Grinnell Mutual, you can trust in tomorrow. Contact your local Century Mutual Insurance Association agent today, located in more than 50 local communities. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
MHI and Cuso of Cherokee are on the move, expanding, and in need of residential treatment workers, psychiatric security specialists, and LPNs.
We deal with disorders that you can't see. You get to help people who are helping those people actually helps the community as well.
The benefits here, I think, are top-notch. That was why I came here.
To learn more and to apply, visit governmentjobs.com.
Hey, you are watching tonight's stream with the anticipation of catching some baseball here this evening. Just want to update all of you at home that tonight's HMS versus Remsen St. Mary's baseball game should be getting underway probably around 7:30. So if you are sitting at home debating if you need to go make some food, grab something to drink before tonight's action gets underway, you have plenty of time. Once again, about 7-11 here in Hartley, Iowa, and action should be getting underway here just about 7:30 as HMS takes the field. They are the first ones to do so. So still some warm-ups to do and still some pre-game activities to complete before we can get to tonight's first pitch. So once again, tonight's first pitch should be around 7:30. And welcome back, everybody. Just joining us. Game not quite underway. Remsen St. Mary's just taking their pre-game fielding practice. Probably about halfway through it, truth be told. So, with that in mind, I'd like to give you the starting lineups for both teams. Also give you a little bit of a preview of the pitching matchup. We will, of course, as always, start with the visiting Hawks of Remsen St. Mary's. Batting leadoff, number 20, Landon Waldschmidt. That is the catcher for Remsen St. Mary's this evening. Waldschmidt is a junior. Batting second, number 12, Danon Lukes. He is the shortstop. Actually, I should say it's Danon Lokes. So Danon Lokes at shortstop tonight. Batting third, number 16, Colin Holman. He is the first baseman. Batting fourth, number 23, Hunter Pick. He's the right fielder. Batting fifth, number 13, Dalton Klein. He is tonight's starting pitcher. Batting sixth, number 11, Braxton Knepp. He is the left fielder. Batting seventh, number 30, Ty Tritz. He is the designated hitter. Batting eighth, number 26, Brady Coink, I should say. He is the third baseman. And batting ninth, number 2, Keaton Harpenow. He is the second baseman. The designated hitter, Tritz, is designated hitting for number 5, Brady Worth, who is in center this evening. Now for your home HMS Hawks, batting leadoff, number 99, Blake Mendering. He is designated hitter. Batting second, number 3, Hunter Daggett. He is the second baseman. Batting third, number 16, Jack Masterbergen. He is the center fielder. Batting fourth, number 4, Jacob Cates, the catcher. Batting fifth, number 23, Lawton Skipoff. He is the shortstop. Batting sixth, number 22, Grant Koonsman, the pitcher for the Hawks. Batting seventh, number 11, Ricky Smith. He is at first base. Batting eighth, number 18, Dominic Tripp. He will handle the hot corner of third base. And batting ninth, number 1, Aiden Esplin. He is in right field. The designated hitter, Blake Mendering, is hitting in place number 7, Talon Ziering, who is in left field. Like I said, Dalton Klein, the starting pitcher for Remsen St. Mary's this evening. Dalton Klein is a 8th grader. He has pitched in 4 games, has started 2 of them, and has a record of 1-1. Well, you'd like to keep you would like you to keep in mind that one loss. We'll get back to that in just a second. He's pitched 9 innings. Opponents hit 190 off of him. He's allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, has walked 6, hit 1, and struck out 10. Pitches to the tune of a 2.33 ERA and has a whip of 1.56. The starting pitcher for the Hawks tonight is, taking a look, indeed it is Grant Koonsman, as I thought. Grant Koonsman, a freshman. He's pitched in 3 games, has started one of them, has an 0-1 record, has pitched 5 2/3 innings. Opponents are hitting 317 off of him, has allowed 13 hits, has given up 15 runs, 5 of them earned, walked 6, hit 1, and struck out 4. He pitches to the tune of a 6.18 ERA and has a whip of 3.35. The preview for tonight's game, obviously Remsen St. Mary's versus Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn. Remsen St. Mary's 11-1 on the season, 5-0 in War Eagle Conference play, and they are ranked, as of this morning in the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Poll, 4th in Class 1A, the second highest ranked opponent HMS has faced this season, the highest being Akron Westfield last Monday. So that lone loss came to Siouxland Christian Conference member Unity Christian in the 3rd game of the season for Remsen St. Mary's. And with that one loss, since then Remsen St. Mary's has been on kind of a tear. They have won every single game since and ultimately sit in, like I said, that 4th ranking in Class 1A. So one of the title contenders this season here in the state of Iowa for the Class 1A baseball championship, I should say. The HMS Hawks are 2-9 on the season, 1-4 in World Conference play. They're ranked number 98th in Class 1A. If you were with us on Friday, you saw them beat Georgia Little Rock 3-2 in 7 innings to secure their 2nd win of the season. The first win of the season in War Eagle Conference play, and it has catapulted them 5 spots in the rankings from 103rd to 98th in Class 1A. Both teams obviously looking to continue their winning streaks with HMS. If they can get a win here tonight, that'd be a very big upset. Like I said, Remsen St. Mary's, one of those just really good teams, and I think Remsen St. Mary's probably going to have the advantage coming into tonight. But of course, you never know what's going to happen in baseball. Obviously, either team, either pitcher could have a standout night, and this game could very well go against the grain of expectation. Looking at some of the stats for both teams, number one thing that stands out to me, Remsen St. Mary's with only 2 home runs on the season, but both of those home runs from the first baseman here tonight, Colin Holman, a junior, has started all 12 games and has both those home runs, including a 3-run home run that went approximately 380 feet last time out for Remsen St. Mary's. Remsen St. Mary's with some power bats in the order. But, of course, HMS, more of a small ball team. They only have 10 extra base hits. None of them are triples or home runs. So 10 doubles, that's it for extra base hits. A little bit of small ball, but HMS, they are able to get hits consecutively, and they can push across some runs without having to use the long ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
so
to
we'll take a commercial break, and we'll come back a little bit closer to first pitch tonight. Keep it here on.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
I chose the NCC CNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming I was able to take it in high school and done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
And we are just moments away from getting tonight's action underway. So batting leadoff for Remsen St. Mary's is going to be Landon Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt, the catcher. Waldschmidt is a junior, has started all 12 games, has taken 34 bats, has scored 9 runs, 9 hits, has 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles, and a triple. Has driven in 4, has walked 10 times, been hit 3 times, and has struck out also 3 times. And he bats .265 on the season. So Waldschmidt also reaches base at a rate of 45.8% of the time. So walks quite a bit, gets hit by pitch quite a bit, but also gets a good number of hits. And so definitely a solid leadoff hitter for the Hawks of Remsen St. Mary's, as these first few batters, all very good hitters. With the next 2 batters, just listen to their batting averages once they step up to the plate. So first and final few warm-up pitchers coming now for Grant Koonsman. Koonsman and Jacob Cates, the battery here tonight. And we will see where this all goes. I think possibly one more warm-up pitch and then throw it on the second. Indeed. And so we will get tonight's action underway just here in 1 second. If you were with us on Friday, HMS picking up their 2nd win of the season. I also said that I'd be surprised if the game went 7 innings on Friday due to weather. Ultimately, it did go 7 innings, and the weather was actually more of a non-issue, as once the game started to come to an end, blue skies were all that could be seen, so forecast just a little bit incorrect. And so far have only had one weather-related postponement here in the HMS baseball/softball season. And, of course, that will be made up on June 28th. First 2 pitches of the game, both balls. So Landon Waldschmidt up in the count 2-0. Waldschmidt will see the next pitch. That one doesn't catch the zone, says the umpire. Jacob Cates held it in place, was hoping to get the call, and umpire's not going to bite on that one. So already Grant Koonsman looking at potentially walking the first batter. That one catches the zone. So it will not be a 4-pitch walk regardless of how the rest of that bat goes. Koonsman at least firing a strike here. That one catches the zone. Koonsman down 3-0 in the count, battles back, makes the count full. And I don't think Waldschmidt has even removed the bat off of his shoulder. And now he does, and that one put down the third baseline. It gets through, and an error by Dominic Tripp. That one getting under his glove will allow Waldschmidt to now occupy first base. So Waldschmidt opening the game with an E5 to reach. That will now bring up number 12, Danon Lokes. Lokes, a junior, has started all 12 games, has scored 13 runs, has 17 hits, 5 for extra bases, 4 doubles, and a triple. He bats .436. So Lokes batting not quite 500, of course, but is a lot closer to the 500 plane than most batters would be, as he's only walked 6 times, has been hit 3 times, and has struck out 6 times, but Lokes gets on base more than 50% of the time, so a very dangerous hitter to see step up to the plate, especially with somebody already on base. Lokes has driven in 4, so certainly capable of bringing his teammates all the way around. First 3 pitches, 2 balls, and a strike, as Koonsman so far not doing himself any favors, as it seems every time he gets found in the count, he does battle back, and right there catches the zone. Umpire says that one crossed the plate at the front, may have just gone slightly out of the strike zone, as it went across the plate, but umpire ultimately bites, so it's a 2-2 count. Next pitch, that one put in play. It's going to land. No, neither outfielder making, I don't say much of an effort for it, but certainly both kind of knowing that's probably going to score a run, and indeed it does. That's going to be a triple, as already we have a run on the board in favor of Remsen St. Mary's. Lokes with a triple to open up his time in the batter's box. Now batting is going to be number 16, Colin Homan. Homan bats .519 and gets on base more than 2/3 of the time. With a runner on third, got to think Homan likely looking to bring in his teammate. He has 19 RBI on the season, has 7 extra base hits, 4 of them for doubles, 2 home runs, and then 1 triple. He has struck out 3 times, been walked 14 times, and been hit 3 times. So, Homan, pretty dangerous hitter here in this Remsen St. Mary's lineup. It's a 1-1 count. He swings and misses. And Koonsman up in the count for the very first time this game, as so far he's found himself down 3-0, 2-0, did battle back to make both counts full and even respectively, but has not been headed in the count until right now. Holman fouls that one off, and Koonsman thus far staying about just one step ahead of Holman. He sees the pitch, that one put in play, and that one gets over the right fielder's head, left fielder's head rather. That's Talon Ziering. Ziering in left has, I think just loses it in the sun, and that will be another run on the board for Remsen St. Mary's as they lead 2-0. Now bring up number 23, Hunter Pick in right field this evening. Pick is a senior. He started 11 games and has only played 11. Has taken 28 at-bats. Has 9 hits, 5 for extra bases, all those doubles. He bats .321. Has walked 6 times. Has not been hit by a pitch. Has struck out 4 times and has driven in 11. So a runner in scoring position for Pick. He could potentially make it 12 and follow up Holman's act of increasing the RBI total, as Holman now on 20 RBI for the season. Two and 1 count. Koonsman thus far with no innings of work credited to him has already thrown 19 pitches. This will be number 20. Has to face at least one more, and that would be under the assumption that the Hawks could turn what would admittedly be a pretty awkward double play. So as far as the Hawk pitcher, Koonsman finding himself in just a little bit of a jam. It's a 2-2 count now. So, that one gets behind the batter, and thankfully Cates staying on it, as that would have allowed Holman to advance to third at least. But Cates reacting quickly and getting his mitt on it before it can get away. It's a full count now here for the Hawks. The pitch. That one's put in play. That one will be caught. And so that will be the first out of the inning. A catch made by Aiden Esplin over there in right. And Pick is retired. Now bring up number 13, Dalton Klein. Dalton Klein, an 8th grader, has started all 12 games. Has 9 hits, 2 of them for extra bases, both of them doubles. 9 RBI, has walked 8 times, been hit 3 times, and has struck out 5 times, and bats an even 3-3-3. First pitch going to be inside, a ball 1. Next pitch. Not going to catch the zone. And that one will be ball 2. So 2-0 now for Dalton Klein. Klein, the pitcher for Remsen St. Mary's. Oh, that one driven, but it will stay in the park. And Ziering gets a read on it that time, able to make the catch. Sun in his eyes, though. But ultimately does make the catch, and that will be a sacrifice fly to score a run. So a sacrifice fly for Klein. Braxton Kniep now up to bat. Kniep, a junior, has started all 12 games. He bats .300 on the first pitch outside. Kniep, 9 hits. All of them are singles, but has driven in 10, but with nobody on base. Would have to go yard to add to that total. That one put in play. Will it be caught on his horse? No, it gets past Esplin. Esplin running for it. He loses his hat. And Kniep will get into second standing up. So it's a standing up double. And Ty Tritz, the designated hitter, will step into the batter's box. Tritz, he is a senior. He's played in 8 games. Yes, he's played in 8 games. He's started 7 of them. Does have 2 hits. Both of them are singles. He has been hit by a pitch 4 times, walked 3 times. He bats a 143, but, and there is a but, he gets on base 42.9% of the time. So even though not the greatest hitter in terms of getting singles, doubles, triples, what have you, but really good at showing plate discipline, drawing the walks, and not being afraid to have a pitch hit him and just take that free base. Oh, first pitch was a ball. That was a pick off to second. That was not in time. Next pitch is going to be a strike. It's 1-1. So you have Koonsman looking to get out of this inning. He's already thrown 29. Will have to throw at least 30 unless he can pick off the runner at second. So you got to think that Koonsman probably not going to go a full 7. Could still easily go 4 or 5, maybe 6 if he can keep his pitch count under control. But with pitch count limits here in the state of Iowa, not likely that Koonsman will be out there to go the entire game. And that one put in play, but it is going to be a ground out. So that will end the inning. The Remsen St. Mary's Hawks open up a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. And we will go to the bottom of the first after these commercial messages. You're watching Hawk Baseball.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real-world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park has been serving Northwest Iowa for over 125 years, providing personal, hardworking, and friendly service to its customers and community. Savings Bank of Hartley offers personal, ag and business banking, online and mobile banking solutions, along with many lending options. Savings Bank loan officers will sit down and do the hard work to ensure you get exactly what you need. Stop by and see what they can do for you, or visit them online at www.savingsbankia.com.
And welcome back, everybody who just joined us. Missed the top of the first. The score is 3-0 in favor of Remsen St. Mary's. They opened up a 3-0 lead off the back of an E5 to have Waldschmidt reach base. A triple by Lokes to score him. A double by Homan to score Lokes. And then a Homan advancing to third on fly out to right. And then a sacrifice fly by Dalton Klein to bring in Homan. And then a double by Kniep. And ultimately the inning ending on a ground out by Ty Tritz. So that will bring up Brady Koink in the top of the second. But here and now is the bottom of the first with Blake Mendering leading off the inning. Blake Mendering, a junior, he started all 11 games of the season. He has 11 hits. 2 of them are doubles. That's it for his extra base hits. He's walked 4 times, has not been hit, and he bats .393 with an on-base percentage of 46.9%. First 2 pitches, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Mendering with an opportunity to begin a response of an inning, as HMS is going to likely want to respond to what Remsen did, and that play at first, he's out by a step. Mendering books it down to first, ultimately not able to reach safely. So that will bring up Hunter Daggett. Hunter Daggett, the 8th grader. Daggett, yeah, there he is. He's played in 10 games, started 6 of them, has taken 17 at-bats, has 5 hits, 4 singles, and a double. He has walked 3 times, has not been hit by a pitch. He bats .294 with an on-base percentage of 40% on the dot. His first 2 pitches, 2 strikes, and so Daggett already behind in the count, 0-2, with already one away. So the Hawks not making the noise they'd likely want to, and he will stay alive as umpire makes an arm gesture. Thought he was going to call strike 3. Says ball 1 instead. That one going to be ball 2. So 2-2. Hunter Daggett with some pretty good plate discipline, not taking any chances at pitches he doesn't think are going to be good. And now that's ball 3. This count's gone full. So Hunter Daggett not even moving the bat off his shoulder these last 3 pitches, and he's found himself in a completely different spot. Now that one swung on and missed. That will be strike 3. So Daggett bows back to make the count full, but goes down swinging. That will bring up Jack Masterbergen. He's in center this evening. He's a junior, has played all 11 games, has started all 11 of them, has taken 24 at-bats, has 5 hits. 3 doubles are his record, 4 extra base hits. And he has walked 4 times, been hit 3 times, struck out 10 times. He bats .208 on base, 38.7% of the time. First 2 pitches, both strikes. And that second pitch was a foul ball. So Masterbergen finding himself in much the same position that his teammate Daggett found himself in, down 0-2 in the count. The pitch, that one going to be inside, ball 1. Dalton Klein thus far making quick work of the HMS Hawks. Has only thrown 12 pitches, is a strike away from that being the inning. That one going to be just a bit outside. It's 2-2. And once again, Dalton Klein gets ahead in the count, but falters and allows the count to become even. And that's a strikeout. So Masterbergen goes down looking, and that will be the end of the first inning. So after 1 inning, your score is 3-0 in favor of Remsen St. Mary's. We will have more baseball here in 1 minute.
Trustworthy, honest, and hardworking. The same traits that make a great employee make a great bank. For 125 years, Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park has been going the extra mile providing banking to farms and small businesses in Northwest Iowa. Savings Bank of Hartley prides itself on knowing you, your operation, your goals, and your future plans to help you along the way so you can focus on what you do best. Stop in today or visit them online at savingsbankia.com.
Bisma Graphics in Sanborn, your one-stop sign shop for everything from vehicle wraps, lettering, fleet graphics, signs of all kinds, race car wraps, power sport wraps, banners, logo design, business cards, or even color change vehicle wraps. Everything is done in-house with top-of-the-line equipment. Stefan and Ashley C. Bisma employ an experienced and knowledgeable staff who are ready to work for you. To help get you noticed, visit cbisma-graphics.com. Find us on Facebook or call 712-729-7446.
And welcome back, folks. Just joining us here, it is the top of the second. Beautiful blue skies all around us here in Hartley, Iowa at the baseball and softball complex. Looking over to the softball field, looks like it is an 8-0 advantage for Remsen St. Mary's over there. If my eyes do not deceive me, looks like it is an 8-0 advantage for Remsen St. Mary's. Here on the baseball end, it's a 3-0 advantage for Remsen St. Mary's. And thus far, the HMS Hawks have not had much of a response to Remsen St. Mary's, as giving up 3 runs and 7 batters did get to take an opportunity at the plate in the first inning for Remsen St. Mary's. And we'll start off the inning with a single by Brady Coink. So Brady Coink with a single to start off the inning for Remsen St. Mary's. At bat is now going to be number 2, Keaton Harp now. He is a junior. He started all 12 games. He's taken 16 at bats. Only has 1 hit. And he bats 0.062 and has non-base percentage of .167. So batting significantly below the Mendoza line is Harp now. Although his 1 hit has brought with it 2 RBI. And he also has walked twice as well, and he has reached 2 times via error. He'll show bunt. That one going to get down, but will be foul, and the count is 0-2. Oh, 0-2 count now for Harp now. Harp now with a runner on first. Has the opportunity to add to this Remsen St. Mary's lead. The pitch. Swung on and missed, but that gets... Oh, I thought that was going to be a dropped third strike. Umpire says fouled off. I think if he would have said drop third strike, probably Harp now ends up on first and Coink ends up on second. But umpire says it's going to be a foul ball. That one put in play. 5... Oh, no. So Dominic Tripp throws down to second, but you have second baseman Hunter Daga not able to get a glove on it, and that will be a fielder's choice. So will not be a hit, but with runners now on first and second, certainly HMS looking to have done better that time around. Landon Waldschmidt is now at the plate. He reached via error his first time up. And with him taking his second at bat here in this second inning, and 2 runners on, could do some damage, but he skies that one, and it is caught. And a throw down to first. Gets away, and runners are going to advance. So that one goes into the dugout, and runners will stay at second and third. So when it goes into the dugout, runners have to stop at the next base should they advance, and indeed they do. So 2 in scoring position, and you now have Dean and Lokes at the plate. That one is a single, but will score a runner. And now runners still at second and third. Lokes takes the place of Harp now, and Coink scores. So Lokes with a single. He advanced on a fielder's choice and a fielding error. So that will now bring up Colin Homan. Homan, the lefty, into the batter's box, is 1 out, and he'll see the first pitch. That one catches the zone. Looks like Homan was looking to size that one up and potentially make an effort at it, and ultimately decided not to, but it was a strike anyway. Homan will see the next pitch. That one going to be put in play, but foul. Hits off the top of the dugout and will go into a little grassy area behind the third base dugout. So it's an 0-2 count, 1 out, and you have Koonsman firing. That one sent. That one hits off the wall. It stays inside the park, but it's going to bring in 2. And that will add 2 more runs to the Remsen St. Mary's total, as that will be the 3rd RBI for Homan tonight. So he has 2 doubles, both of them scoring runners. That time it's 2 RBIs. Last time up it was just 1. So it's a 6-0 lead in favor of Remsen St. Mary's. Hunter Pick, who flew out to right field last time, he steps up to the plate. That one, a ball. So we'll go to a 1-0 count. And you have Koonsman going to get the sign, the 1-0 delivery, outside, ball 2. So that hit by Homan, probably just about 5 or so feet short of being a home run. Stayed in the park, saves a run for now. That one going to catch his own. So saves a run from now, and that would have been Homan's 3rd of the season. Now the Hawks have an opportunity to limit the damage just a little bit if they can get just 2 more outs. That will be put in play. And that one will land in center field, and that will get all the way to the warning track, and that will be another run scored. So Hunter Pick, not to be outdone, adds a double to his credit and an RBI. And that will bring up Dalton Klein. Dalton Klein sacrificed flied last time up, and he, of course, got an RBI off of that. Dalton Klein, the pitching counterpart to Koonsman here tonight. He's the first pitch. That one going to be inside for ball 1. So 1 out, 1 in scoring position, and Dalton Klein at the plate. The pitch, that one gets the zone, strike 1. So 1-1 count. And Koonsman will get back on the mound. He will fire. That one outside, ball 2. So 2-1. Koonsman, 50 pitches into this game, only has an inning and a third of work to his credit. And he'll fire. That one almost hitting Klein. Klein gets out of the way. It's now 3-1. So 7 runs already for Remsen St. Mary's. The Hawks going to need, HMS Hawks going to want to respond to this one sooner rather than later. That one put in play. It'll be a fly out to center and a play at third perhaps. Ball not going to get there quite in time. So that one, a fly out to center, and that will bring up Braxton Knipe. Knipe, he hit a double his last time at the plate. Knipe in left field does have a runner just 90 feet away and does have the opportunity to make this one 8-0 if he can put that one in play. That one going to be fouled back, and that one go way over our heads here in the press box. 0-1, just a long strike for Knipe. Long strike for Knipe, but obviously not afraid to take some swings. Thought he had the pitch read correctly. Just a little bit off. I think that one going to be fouled off as well. And it's now 0-2 with 2 outs. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. Outside, ball 1-2. And Koonsman does have the opportunity to get out of this inning here on this pitch. That one put in play. It gets past the shortstop. And Lawton Skipoff not able to get a read on it. Got to it. Ball just bounced between his shoulder and his glove, and that allows another run to score. So with 2 out here in the second, that single will be enough to bring in 1 more. And now Ty Tritz here at the plate. If Tritz can get on base by any means, the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks will have batted around. So foul ball for the first pitch for Tritz. First pitch, next pitch, I should say. Long foul ball going to go out of play though. 0-2. So now Tritz down 0-2 in the count. Tritz has struck out 4 times this season. Certainly would not want to make it number 5 here, but for the Hawks, you can get it just 1 more strike, get out of this inning, and look to make a response to this 8-0 lead that Remsen St. Mary's has opened up. Next pitch, put in play. That one will get through. And that's going to allow Knipe advance to third. And as I say that, you're going to have Tritz also advance to second. So that should go down as a single with Tritz advancing on the fielding choice that the left fielder of Ziering made. So that now means that the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks have batted around. It's Koink at the plate. Koink, who led off this inning, got a single his first time and only time thus far at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Next pitch is going to be a ball. So count is even at 1-1. For Koonsman, 61 pitches thrown, an inning and 2/3 to his credit. And swing and a miss. Strike 2. And once again, the Hawks of Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Although Remsen St. Mary's so far proving to be pretty good 2-strike hitters. That one going to be fouled back. So stays 1-2. Not sure who would be next in the pecking order for HMS of who gets the pitch, but you got to think that Koonsman likely not going to see beyond the third inning if he does get to pitch the third inning at all, I suppose, as 64 pitches in. That pitch going to be outside, so this count has gone from 1-2 to now full back-to-back balls, one inside, one outside, and the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks have an opportunity to load the bases or have another run score. HMS Hawks have an opportunity to get out of this inning. That one going to be outside, and that will load the bases. So Keaton Harp now will step into the batter's box for the second time this game and the second time this inning. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. That first pitch is going to be a strike. And it's 0-1. 2 outs, bases are juiced, 3 ducks on the pond, however you want to say it. That next pitch going to be high, ball 1. If Harp now can reach base safely, that would bring up Lyndon Waldschmidt, and that would be the batting order turning over for Remsen St. Mary's. Waldschmidt will bat next regardless of inning, and that one will be a flyout. So Remsen St. Mary's scores 5, but they leave the bases loaded, and we will go to the bottom of the second after these commercial messages. You're watching Hawk Baseball here in full.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster, or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home, or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
And welcome back, everybody, who just joined us. We are here in the bottom of the second. Remsen St. Mary's Hawks thus far have controlled the game as they lead 8-0. They had the bases loaded, left them loaded in their half of the second. They batted around and then some in the top of the second, and they will have their order coming up for a third time when we see them bat next. The 3 due up for the HMS Hawks this time are Jacob Cates, Lawton Skipoff, and Grant Koonsman. Jacob Cates at the plate right now. Cates, a senior, has started all 11 games, has 6 hits, 5 of them are singles, 1 double, has 3 RBI, has walked twice, has walked once, been hit twice, has struck out 4 times. He bats .240, gets on base 30% of the time on the nose. First 2 pitches, 2 balls and a strike. As Jacob Cates, the senior and also the catcher, will ground out. So that will be a ground out, and that will be the first out of the inning. Lawton Skipoff now going to bat. Lawton Skipoff, a sophomore. He's played in 6 games, started 5 of them, has 2 hits, both of them are singles. He struck out 4 times. He bats below the Mendoza line at 182. So 182 on the season. Obviously, there's still a lot of baseball to be played. Can still raise that average to a pretty a pretty respectable number. Obviously, if you get a few hits in a row, can easily bring that batting average up. I think it was one said the difference between a 250 hitter and a 300 hitter is about 1 hit a week. And if that isn't the truth, then I don't know what is. Obviously, baseball a very much number-heavy game, and even the smallest difference in play can make the biggest impact on a batter's slash line. So 2-2, 1 out, and Skip off going to see that next pitch. He puts it in play, and that will be another 4-3 ground out. So Skip off retired on a 4-3 ground out, and that'll bring up Grant Koonsman, the HMS pitcher. Koonsman, a freshman, he started all 11 games, has 5 hits. All of them are singles, has walked twice, been hit once, has struck out 9 times. He bats .238, gets on base 1/3 of the time. First pitch going to be a strike. Umpire seems like zone maybe just a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes seems to make different calls on similar placed pitches, but umpires are human. Obviously, completely judgment, and nobody's perfect, of course. Of course, I don't think it's really affected the game in too much of a significant way. Both teams getting, I'd say, pretty fair calls the entire evening, as neither team looking to have been the beneficiaries of any misjudgments. It's a 3-1 count with 2 outs. That one gets zone. So 3-2 now. The count goes full. And Grant Koonsman with his Remsen Mary's counterpart on the mound. He'll see the pitch. That one outside. Ball 4. So the first 5 are sat down for HMS. However, Koonsman, the 6th batter, takes a walk, and that will be no perfect game for Dalton Klein tonight, as we tied the first 5, not able to get the 6th. Ricky Smith nearly hit by a pitch, gets out of the way though, and he'll step back in the batter's box. Actually going to strike. Wow. Okay. So Ricky Smith gets out of the way of what turned out to be a strike, and it's 1-1 now. And Smith going to see the next pitch. That one fouled way back. No glass heard breaking, so that was a good sign. Obviously, can't see what's behind us here in the press box, but long foul balls to the parking lot. Obviously, a little bit of a hold your breath moment. Just hope you don't hear breaking glass, and if you do, you hope it's not your windshield. Next pitch going to be outside for ball 2. So 2-2, 2 outs, and of course, here in the second inning, Dalton Klein going to step back on the mound. He'll get the signs from Waldschmidt. He fires. That catches the zone. He knew it. So Ricky Smith struck out, and that will be not a 1-2-3 inning, but Remsen St. Mary's having about as good of an inning there as they could have asked for. So we'll take a short commercial break. We'll be right back here.
It's a tie game here with the home team having possession. The clock is showing 5 seconds left. Sam dribbles it up the court with the defender on his side. He shoots. He scores. They win. The home team wins.
Looking for a winning insurance team? Contact your hometown team, Elgersma Agency for protection written through IMT Insurance and you, a team that can't be beat.
Every morning, 365 days a year, farmers across this country rise to the task of feeding the world. Ag State understands the challenges and difficulties our livestock producers face. We are producers with you. This is why at Ag State, we produce the superior feed our farmers need at a competitive price. Livestock producers partnered with the feed experts at Ag State can leverage the knowledge gained along with the most up-to-date advice to produce effective improvements to your bottom line. Ag State, helping producers prosper.
And welcome back. There we are. Just join us. It is the top of the third inning. Do a pitching change on a defensive switch to tell you about. Hunter Daggett now on the mound, and Grant Koonsman has been swapped over to second. So Hunter Daggett and Grant Koonsman just swapping places out there on the field if you are keeping score with us. If you just join us, it is also an 8-0 lead for Remsen St. Mary's. The mercy rules here in the state of Iowa for baseball are 15 after 4 and 10 after 5, so not quite there, but of course just knocking on the door ever so slightly of such a scenario. Of course, never wish for any team to have their night cut short, but just something to keep an eye on as we continue in this game, as Remsen St. Mary's thus far in pretty firm control of it all. It's a 2-1 count. So the first 3 pitches from Hunter Daggett are 2 balls and a strike. And at the plate is Landon Waldschmidt. He is up for the 3rd time this evening. That pitch going to be inside for ball 3. So with that pitch being inside for ball 3, just 1 pitch away from a walk. That would be his 2nd time reaching. That one put in play, and that will be a base hit. That will be a single, and will be only a single. So that being his first hit of the evening. He did reach on an error earlier, but obviously does not count for anything for the batter. As we continue on in this 3rd inning, just want to thank both of our sponsors you see on your screen, Cherokee Area Economic Development and Northwest Iowa Community College. Without them and their generous sponsorships of these broadcasts, would not be able to do what we do here at Fuller Digital Solutions, and of course that being providing high quality and timely broadcasts of all your favorite high school athletic events throughout all 4 athletic seasons. We appreciate them and their support of Fuller Digital Solutions, and we hope that their support makes these broadcasts as enjoyable as possible. Pitch, long foul, and that will just be a long strike. Counts 0-2 on Lokes. Lokes has reached twice on a triple and a single. Is down 0-2 in the count here, however, and is looking at the potential of striking out for the first time. I don't think that Remsen St. Mary's struck out tonight, and looking down at my score sheet as I've been keeping up the score, I don't think they have. And if so, that is quite the testament for how well Remsen St. Mary's manages to put balls in play. Oh, and that one, I think, hit somebody's windshield. That made a loud thud. Actually, I take that back. I think it just landed right on the concrete, so I don't think any harm, any foul. Don't hear a car alarm, which is always good. And a throw down to first gets away, and that will allow Waldschmidt to advance. So I think that actually just hit the concrete. So that last foul ball there, not of any harm to any innocent vehicles, thankfully. And as we're looking at that, throw down to first gets away and allows runner to advance to second. So Yeah, another long foul ball. As come a long foul ball. I think 3 or at least in this at bat alone. That one put in play. It will get through, and that will be just a single. And you are going to see Waldschmidt score. So Lokes with a single. And making this a 9-0 ball game. Stepping up to the plate will be Colin Homan. Homan has 2 doubles and then also 3 RBI to his credit this evening. That first pitch going to be inside for ball 1. And looks like the softball game is making its way towards a potential conclusion. Looks like it is probably, looks like maybe 12-0 over at the softball field if my eyes are correct. Throw down to first, not in time. A couple parents in disagreement. And Homan will get to see his next pitch. That one outside. Throw down to first. Not in time. And the actual ball gets away from Ricky Smith down there at first. And so 2 throwdowns rather to first base as they're trying to catch Lokes out have not so far been successful in that effort. Next pitch gets away, and that will allow Lokes to advance. And actually, I take that back. It was actually hit by pitch, I believe. So that hit by pitch for Homan will see his teammate advance. So now 2 runners on. Only 1 in scoring position for, that is Hunter Pick now at the plate. Pick, he flew out to right and hit a double in his 2 at-bats tonight. So 1 for 2. That one going to catch the zone for strike 1. So 9-0 here in the top of the third. 1-1 count. Nobody out. 2 ducks on the pond. One of them in position to score. And that pitch going to be low and outside for ball 2. That one going to be outside for ball 3. So 3-1 count as you have Hunter Daggett looking to avoid loading the bases. His teammate Grant Koonsman, who did pitch the first 2 innings, 2 innings of work to his credit on 69 pitches. So that's on average about 35 pitches per inning, and I don't know if that will require him to have any rest. If it does, that would be a day, I would think, at most, as HMS does play tomorrow night, so would not be eligible for tomorrow night's game if my memory is correct. That was ball 4, so now bases are loaded for, that is Dalton Klein, who has not reached safely, but has driven in 1 this evening. First pitch was a ball. So he's ahead of the count 1-0. That one going to be fouled off indeed. That one looks like it might be in play, but ultimately just foul and out of play. So count goes 1-1. And softball game has come to its conclusion. Score is 12-0 over there. So we'll see if the baseball game goes in much the same way, or if HMS can come back in this one, as thus far both games going in the direction of Remsen St. Mary's. It's a 3-1 count once again. There's nowhere to put Klein, and this pitch will be put in play. It will be tracked, but it will fall, and that was going to bring in 1, and that'll actually bring in 2. So, Remsen St. Mary's, as Dalton Klein hit a single, but get 2 RBI off of it, as right fielder Aiden Esplin not able to make a read on it. That will now bring up Braxton Knipe. Knipe hit a double and a single his first 2 times up, so if he can continue his hitting streak, would be just a little bit closer to the cycle. It's 11-0 in favor of Remsen St. Mary's, as no outs on the board. They already have another in scoring position. Obviously, with some good bats in this lineup, could easily add a few more before the inning is up, and would be an interesting sight for sure. Then pitch almost hitting Knipe. That one going to be low for ball 2. So for ball 2, there is a base open. Also, you don't really want the bases loaded at any point, especially not now with Remsen St. Mary's. They do have some bats that they can get singles, and they can just keep the line a moving, as it's another 3-1 count. So three consecutive 3-1 counts for Remsen St. Mary's, as they have capitalized on it with a walk and a single, and also driving in 2 runs. That one going to be low for ball 4. Bases go loaded once again. Knipe will take his base, and that will bring up Ty Tritz, who grounded out and hit a single in his 2 at-bats this evening. Coach Dawson Skipoff, out to talk to his young pitcher, and looks like that might be the end of his pitcher's night, as looks like Daggett will shift to third, and that would then have Dominic Tripp take the pitching mound. Dominic Tripp will get his pitching stats here. Thankfully, I have all the roster stats printed off right in front of me, ready to go. Dominic Tripp, a junior. He has pitched in 4 games, has started 3 of those games, is 0-2 on the season, has thrown 9 2/3 innings. Opponents hit 254 off of him. He's given up 18 hits, 32 runs, 24 of them earned. Has walked 16, hit 5, only struck out 8. He pitches to the tune of a 17.38 ERA with a whip of 3.52. So, for warm-up pitches, you'll just keep it here, and see if anything else catches our attention. Ty Tritz is indeed on deck. So he will bat. Hunter Daggett, call him a journeyman. He has played second, has pitched, and now is at the hot corner of third base. As so far, kind of a utility player, so to speak, as seems to play in a good number of positions, although perhaps maybe would refer to him more as an infielder / pitcher. That first pitch out of Dominic Tripp is a strike, and count goes to 0-1. So bases loaded, counts 0-1. Tripp, next pitch, inside for ball 1. So count goes even now. And Tripp will fire. Tripp at righty on the mound. Throws on the next pitch. That one's going to be a strike. And Tripp just a strike away from getting the first out of the inning. That one going to be put in play. Will it stay in play, though? Oh, no. Instead hits the top of the first base dugout. Makes a loud thud. But ultimately just a long strike there for Tritz. That one put in play, and it will land. That's going to bring in 1. It's going to bring in 2, and it's going to bring in 3. That's a bases clearing double. So Tritz with a bases clearing double to make this a 14-0 ball game. That was Braxton Knipe. Guys, as he was going around third, lost his footing, thought he might stumble and have to settle for standing on third. Instead, that is able to keep his footing and does ultimately make it home to make this a 14-0 ball game. Those 3 runs will go to the credit of Hunter Daggett, as they were all his responsibility. And I believe all those runs will be earned as well. Not a great night for the ERAs of the HMS Hawks, as 14 runs, and looking at it, I think maybe only 2 or 3 at most would go unearned. It looks like maybe only 2 would go unearned. So yeah. So it's a 3-1 count. That one going to be inside. That will then put Koink on to first base. So Koink now going to be on first. If my thinking is correct, with 6 runs scored this inning, all 6 would go to Hunter Daggett. They're all his responsibility. The other 8, with 2 of them unearned, so 6, so essentially 12 earned runs total, 6 to Daggett and 6 to your starter, Grant Koonsman. That one going to be put in play, and it will land. So Harp now singles and loads the bases. Oh, bases loaded, nobody out, and Landon Waldschmidt will step into the batter's box for the 2nd time this inning. Waldschmidt, I believe, has batted in all 3 innings so far. First pitch will be fouled back for strike 1. That pitch can be high for ball 1. That pitch going to be high for ball 2. So 2-1 now for Landon Waldschmidt. And that one low and outside for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count on Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt with a reach out via error, a fly out to center, and a single tonight. And that one a ball, and that is ball 4. So that will walk in a run And that will make it now 15-0 in favor of Remsen St. Mary's. Dandon Lokes now at the plate. He has a triple and then 2 singles, 1 RBI to his credit by my records. Bases are loaded for Lokes. A double might clear the bases. A home run obviously would. Lokes with the opportunity to get just a few RBI right here. That pitch fouled off. 0-1. I think he sized up the pitch, was ready to take a hearty hack at it, and swung pretty good at it. Just missed the ball, and ultimately goes off. I think the end of his bat really is where that kind of hit. And that one almost hit him, but it catches the zone, says the umpire. It's 0-2. So 0-2 now with nobody out, runners on all the bases. And the next pitch almost hits him. That one is a ball. So the count goes 1-2. That one put in play. It'll be sized up by Aiden Espelin. Espelin does not make the catch. And that will allow 1 additional run to score. And I think that's just going to have to go down as a single. And I don't think he got a glove on it. Oh, bases loaded, and Colin Homan now at bat. Homan a single double hit by pitch, and that one can be outside for ball 1. So Homan, I said, has reached base all 3 times. It's his 4th at bat. He'll see the pitch. That one nearly hits him. That one sent. Will it say fair? Gone. That one is gone. It's a grand slam. And Holman with his 3rd home run of the year. His teammates going to congratulate him, and as they should. That one sent to right field, and looks like we're going to have a switch potentially, as that is as now you're going to have a pinch hitter. That is number 32, Lucas Britt, a junior, who will come up to the plate for the very first time this season. So Britt up to the plate for the very first time this season. First pitch, going to be a ball. Hawks of Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn just still yet to get out this inning. And that first pitch, the second pitch, rather swung on and missed, strike 1. So still nobody out, and 12 runs scored this inning. That next pitch going to be a ball, and just such a rough inning for HMS and pitcher Dominic Tripp. That one put in play. That one will get through. It is going to be a single. So Britt, in his first at bat, singles. And Dalton Klein due up next. It will not be Dalton Klein. It will be, it looks like number 22. That would be Cade Tettinger. It is indeed number 22, Cade Tettinger. So Klein out, Tettinger in. That one popped up, and it will be caught. That is out number 1 for HMS. And now Braxton Knipe, he will not bat. He will instead be replaced by, that is number 4, Eliza Schroeder. So Schroeder at the plate now. Schroeder sees the first pitch. It's a strike. Next pitch going to be a ball. That pitch, a ball. So it's now it goes 3-1 with a runner on first. Schroeder rather. Sees the next pitch. That one's ball 4. So Schroeder gets the first on a walk. Schroeder, just taking a look at his stats. That was his first at bat, second at bat rather, of the. Actually, I take that back. Lucas Britt, that was his third at bat. Elijah Schroeder, that was his second at bat, and number 22 Tettinger, that was his fourth at bat of the season. Now at the plate is going to be Aiden Holman. That is Colin Holman's brother in place of Ty Tritz. And that's a single. At least it might bring in a run, but it won't. That is now bases loaded with 1 out here in the third. So bases are loaded, 1 out, and at the plate is going to be, we'll get a number on that just here momentarily. That one's in, that one catches the zone. That's going to be number 6. Number 6, not on my roster, but of course has to be on the lineup card. That one put in play. And that will be caught, but it will be a sacrifice fly. So number 6 for Remsen St. Mary's is not on the eligible substitute list either. And that will be the end of the inning as I'll get confirmation of what happened.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
Really, again? And microphone now wanting to have some issues. So I think we have audio again. Once again, I muted my mic, get official confirmation of what transpired for that third out, and I guess I forgot to unmute it, and then I unmuted it, and the mic remuted itself. So fun couple moments. So realized everything I said gone unheard. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So six strikeouts for the Remsen St. Mary's staff. 3 of them looking, 3 of them swinging, and that will be the end of the game. Perhaps, I guess, have to talk it over. Score is 21-0. I think there should be a 4th inning here. Don't see why there wouldn't be. Fielders are going out to have the 4th inning, and we'll just keep it here. So 4th inning will be getting underway just here momentarily. Thus far, obviously, Remsen St. Mary's having dominated the game, and that is going to remain Dominic Tripp out there on the mound. So Dominic Tripp with his 2nd inning of relief coming up here. I believe it is going to be number 17 for Remsen St. Mary's. Remsen St. Mary's number 17, not on my stat sheet. We'll see if he's on the list of eligible substitutes. Get you all home a name. And he's not on the eligible substitutes list either. So number 17 for Remsen St. Mary's, a JV player getting to make a varsity at bat, and we will see what Remsen St. Mary's can do here now with a different batting lineup. So I've lost count of who he would be substituting. I believe number 17 is batting in the place of number 26, Brady Coink. Coink, of course, had a single and then 2 walks. That first pitch, a strike. As the sky's getting a little bit dark now, and just about an hour and a half into this one. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. This next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So 1 down, and that will now bring up number 3 for Remsen St. Mary's. Remsen St. Mary's. That would be Dayton Knipe by the roster I have in front of me. Dayton Knipe has played in 4 games, taken no at-bats, but has scored 4 runs. So this will be his first at-bat of the season. That one's going to be low for ball 1. And how with Dayton Knipe only making pinch running appearances, I suppose. Sees the next pitch, I should say. That one will be popped out to the shortstop. So that will now have the batting order turn over, and that will be number 19. Not on the official roster. We'll see if he's on the list of official substitutes. Tayton Waldschmidt is the batter. So Tayton Waldschmidt now at the plate. Thank you. And so because he's not on the roster, this will be his first varsity at-bat of the season. That one almost hits him. He gets out of the way, so 2-0. That one is getting away from pitcher Dominic Tripp. That will be ball 3. So 3-0 count, 2 out. And fouled off And that will now make it a 3-1 count. No. 3-1 count, 2 down. That is a strike. So count goes full. Swing in and miss. That will end the inning. Yes, it will. So that is the end of the top of the fourth. HMS will bat here in the bottom of the fourth, and this will likely be the last few at-bats that we are going to see tonight. Due up by my records would be number 16, Jack Masterberg, and number 4, Jacob Cates, number 23, Lawton Skipoff. I believe that Jacob Cates may have been subbed out, as I believe Blake Mendering was behind the plate there. Or okay, so Jacob was on third, so a couple substitutions. So does that mean? Okay, so that will explain it then. No, you're all right. So a couple of defensive switches for the Hawks, and looking at Jack Masterbergen is indeed in the on-deck circle. So a couple of defensive switches, no little changes, however. And Jack Masterbergen will begin this bottom of the fourth by seeing a ball. Someone gets behind the umpire. And it's 1-0. That one almost spiked really by the pitcher, and that will be ball 2. It's still number 23, Hunter Pick, out there on the mound. Pick did pitch that previous inning and did get the Hawks almost 1, 2, 3. That next pitch going to be outside for ball 3. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So swing and a miss, strike 1 now. Therefore, Jack Masterbergen going to step back in the batter's box. He'll see the next pitch. That one, ball 4, spiked in the dirt, hit the umpire. And that will be Masterbergen's walk, a free pass. He struck out earlier looking, and now Jacob Cates will step up to the plate. Jacob Cates and Lawton Skipoff also due up this inning. They can continue. Grant Koonsman would bat next as long as they can avoid a double play. That one's going to be a strike. So strike 1, 0-1. Nobody out. Runner on first for HMS. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So lights all the way on now here in the Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn baseball complex. And next pitch. Outside, and there will be no throw down to second. So we're advancing to second will be Jack Masterbergen. Nobody out. Jacob Cates still at the plate, 1-2 count. That one put in play. It gets away. That's going to be an error, though. So now runners at the corners. And Lawton Skipoff will now be at the plate. Lawton Skipoff, he grounded out earlier. So, on Skipoff at the plate as Hawks of HMS going to look to avoid the double play if they can. That one going to get away, and that is going to allow a run to score. So the Hawks score one, and they scored one. That one high, ball two. No, runner, actually Jacob Cates actually advanced to second as well, so taking away that double play opportunity. That one get away. Cates going to stay at second, though. Excuse me. So again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Cherokee Area Economic Development and Northwest Iowa Community College, for making tonight's broadcast and all broadcasts throughout the season possible. We appreciate their support and everything that they do to help make what we do here at Fuller Digital Solutions possible. So it's a 3-0 count for Lawton Skip-Off. That one going to catch the zone for strike one. That one gets away, and Cates will advance to third. So now runners at the corners, still nobody out. Grant Koonsman due up, and with runners at the corners, nobody out, Hawks could potentially put up another run. I think the Hawks of Remsen St. Mary's obviously want to just get this inning done with, go home, and enjoy a pretty solid win. Hawks of HMS obviously want to put up a couple runs, maybe make that scoreline look just a little bit more favorable. Game obviously controlled by Remsen St. Mary's from the get-go, and now it's a 1-1 count. Of course, Remsen St. Mary's ranked number 4 in Class 1A, not only by Varsity Bound, or I guess now called Go Bound, but also by the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association. So, in a consensus top 5 team, Remsen St. Mary's showing why that consensus is there. And Bugs just getting a little bit, Bugs getting just a little bit annoying now. Keep on flying in to my face, and I'm gonna close the window that's in front of me, so hopefully they will stay away. 2-2 count, nobody out. That one fouled off. So 2-2 count, nobody out. Next pitch, gonna be ball 3. Count goes full. That one going to get away, and that will load the bases now for Ricky Smith. Ricky Smith will step up. He struck out in his first at bat, and it looks like that might be the end of the line on the pitching side for Pick. We will see, though, as bases are loaded, nobody out. And it looks like Pick will stay in the game. So first pitch was a strike. Next pitch going to get away, and runners will just stay where they are. He's out at the plate. So ball gets away. And a play at the plate was going to result in an out. And Jacob Cates slow to get up, as might have caught a mitt to the face. His helmet was certainly knocked off. And I think it might have caught a mitt to the face. So obviously with a mitt and obviously with the ball being in the catcher's mitt, pretty solid object. And Kate's okay; he's walking off, but certainly at least knocked the breath out of him, and everyone clapping. So with that being the first out of the inning now. And Ricky Smith still at the plate. 2-1 count. That one low and inside. Ball 3. So a 3-1 count, 1 out. And next pitch. Put in play, but foul. So count goes full. Count going full. There is a base open, so Ricky Smith can occupy a place on the base pass. That one put in play, but right back to the pitcher, and that will be an out. That will be the second out. Runt did score, so that being a fielder's choice, but obviously the RBI. Then I'll bring up Dominic Tripp. He struck out looking his first time up. So 2 down, runner in scoring position, and that first pitch going to be a strike. So if things hold, the winning pitcher would be Dalton Klein. rather. The losing pitcher would be Grant Koonsman. And that's assuming things hold. That pitch low, ball 2, so it's a 2-1 count. If results do indeed hold, that would be Klein's second win of the season, and that would be Koonsman's second loss of the season. So 3-1 count. And Dominic Tripp, we'll see the pitch. That one low, ball 4. So that will now bring up Aiden Esplund. And that's going to be the end of the line for Pick, as he will be replaced by, I think that was the second baseman who took the ball. We'll get confirmation of that, of course. Although if it is the second baseman, that would be number 2, Keaton Harpnow. And we should be getting back underway just here in a second. Is indeed number 2 Keaton Harp now on the mound, as the infielders will disperse and the outfielders should probably go back to where they are usually set up, and we will see what Harp now can do on this pitching end. As Aiden Esplin, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, is at the plate for the second time. With Aiden Esplin taking this at bat, and will guarantee that everyone in the HMS batting order took at least 2 plate appearances, as Grant Koonsman will be credited with no official at bats due to walking twice. That one going to be outside, but a strike. 0-2. The Hawks of HMS are down to their final strike. Harp now will see the sign. That one gets away. Bounces off the backstop, and runners will advance for just 1 base. And count still 1-2. Aiden Esplin at the plate. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. That is a ball game. So the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks win 21-2. They improved to 12-1 overall and go now to 6-0 in Warrego Conference play, while the Hawks fall to 2-10, 1-5 in Warrego Conference play. Among a pretty large win for Remsen St. Mary's, it is also a no-hitter. Remsen St. Mary's combines for a no-hitter here tonight in Hartley, Iowa. And the Hawks of HMS gave it their all, ultimately just coming up short, and they put a couple of runs on the board. You have to be proud of them, and they will have to quickly let this one go and get back into the swing of things as they play Emmitsburg tomorrow night. We will not have that game on here on Fuller Digital Solutions. We will instead see the softball half of that doubleheader, and we'll have that tomorrow night here on Fuller Digital Solutions. So, for everyone here at Fuller Digital Solutions, we appreciate you watching, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. And we will see you in under 24 hours' time with the Emmitsburg E-Hawks versus HMS Hawks here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Good night, everybody.